My name's John Nation and I am artist liaison for the event this year. What is different in terms of this event this year? First and foremost, there are more international artists than last year. We have 30 international artists from as far afield as Chile, America, Holland, France, you name it, they're from all over. Plus we have a selection of 20 UK based artists. Including that are a lot of Bristol artists, of which they are condensed down into their original crews. Hence KTF, Ask What, those sort of CCF boys. Instead of individual spaces, they're painting as collectives this year. Another thing that is different is also that we are actually using more buildings. We're also going higher up the buildings than last year. We're also going along the buildings more this year. So those are the two things that I would say are more different than last year's event.
Do you have the Bristol collective painting, well, the Bristol artists painting together so that you can get more artists and more people involved in this event?
In fact, there's less artists painting from Bristol this year than last year. But the reason they're formed together as crews is because a lot of them like to paint together as crews and collective. They're like close-knit families, but also it works better for us that they're condensed together as crews.
How did you select the artists? Did people approach you or did you approach other artists?
The guy who's the curator of the show, Inky, basically sat down with Mike Bennett, who's obviously the main man behind the project as well, and they basically drew up a short list of artists. We also wanted to freshen it up from last year so you don't repeat the process of bringing back the same artists. And also last year when we selected the artists, we didn't envisage this year there would be an event as well, yes? So hence, once they knew that there was going to be an event this year, then you start collating who's available, what type of artist you want, the type of style that they paint, and try and represent all levels of street art, from traditional graph artist style, cartoonist. You've got Mark Bode painting here, who is like, his dad was an inspiration for a lot of graffiti caricature painters. Then you've obviously got people that do abstract, you've got people that do black and white, you've got people that do photorealism styles. We've got every type of style that are, you know, inclusive in what people would call graffiti in its real sense. But we've got all the styles that come from that one original format, graffiti, to the present day's format, which encompasses so many styles. At the moment, we're just focusing obviously at this year's event, and after this year's event is finished, hopefully you decamp, take stock of what occurred this year. I personally would love to see this be a yearly event. It brings a lot of interest into Bristol. It also cements Bristol's place, in my opinion, as the leading city, definitely in Europe, if not the world, for street art, in terms of the size and scale of this event, and also the amount of people in the general public that this is accessible to and show an interest in what is going on here. You only have to look at the numbers of people passing by of all ages interested in this event, and especially Saturday when we have the block party here. It's very diverse.